Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Hall County Sports Television. I'm your host, Gary Glenn. Well, we're getting into the latter part of July now, and some of our sports teams are trying to put some finishing touches on their summertime workouts and getting ready for the upcoming season because, remember, school starts right after the 1st of August, and some of the football scrimmages are coming up in mid-August. Talk about a lot of that right now. We bring to the show the new head football coach, although the new has worn off a little bit now, at Flowery Branch High School, Chris Griffin. Chris, thanks for taking time out to come in.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Now, during that dead week, you had a chance to get away a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, it's good to kind of, I guess, forget about school and football for a little bit and get kind of spend some time with the family. And so it was good to change things up a little bit.
Having taken over for Lee Shaw, of course, the only football coach Flowery Branch ever had, and a very successful one at that, we might add. What has it been like? As being the head guy, as being the assistant head coach, what has been the change other than the name of the title?
A lot of things. It's again, I think I shared this the last time I was here, that there's so many things that a head football coach protects, not necessarily protects, but just doesn't throw things out to the assistant coaches. He takes care of a lot of things, and that as an assistant coach I never knew about, never knew existed. Dealing with the parents and the fundraising and things, and just having to, I guess, get used to that. And there's so many things that don't even deal with the game itself. That's been the biggest adjustment, just having to deal with just those, I call them the clerical, administrative duties that I just never really thought about as an assistant coach.
Yeah, and when you've got good assistants, that really really helps you. I remember when I was coaching wrestling, I did it all by myself one year, and that was a bad mistake. And the next year, I just went finding somebody and say, well, I don't know much about wrestling, coach. I said, I'll teach you what you need to know about wrestling. I need somebody to help me manage boys.
That's right.
And I'm sure you're running into some of that too.
It is. And I've got a great staff, and our sports system, our touchdown club, and our administration at the school. It's just it's really been a very seamless transition because things have been, I think we've started it. Coach Shaw did a great job of kind of laying some groundwork, and we just seen a lot of things have seemed to just flow, kind of like I said, a seamless transition. So it's worked out very nice.
Mm-hmm. So far this summer, you like what you see? I know you actually hosted a passing camp, didn't you?
We did.
Yeah.
We sure did.
How has all of that gone for you so far? Have you had some success? I know Flowery Branch traditionally goes to a pretty good many of these things.
Right. And that hasn't changed as far as what we've done. We started off the first 707 we went to down at Central Cornett and did not do well at all. And we kind of knew that it was going to be tough. A lot of new guys. We've had some guys that's moved in, and we got a new quarterback. And so we knew it was going to be, there was going to be some growing pains. But we, by the second one, we ended up, I think we made it to the championship game, the second one we went to, and then the third one we made it to the Final Four, and then ours we played very well and kind of ran out of gas in the heat of the day, but we have gotten better. There's no doubt about it that some of the guys that we're counting on this year have stepped up, and we've just been really proud of how things are starting to fall together. So,
without giving away too much, Coach, strengths and weaknesses of this team. What do they say? Well, going in, we're going to be pretty good here, but we've got to shore up this and this.
Right. I think on paper we're pretty good, and I know that you may say, what do you mean by that? We've got a lot of guys returning, got a lot of guys that are inexperienced, but yet have worked real hard in the weight room and have done a lot of the, I guess, football side of it. Our weaknesses right now is just got to be some of the intangibles, some of the just coming together, some of our team unity that's in this time of the year, you don't get too worried about that right now because we've got, we're going to go off to camp, and we've got some things, that are kind of designed to try to create some of that. So strengths, without a doubt, we're bigger, we're faster, we're stronger. Got a slew of seniors with a lot of experience. So again, potential, and I tell our kids all the time, potential, we hadn't won a game yet. So potentially we could be pretty good, but we're not there, I think, behind the ribs yet, and that's something that and our kids know that. Our kids know that we're we've got a ways to go as far as some unity and just the will to win has got to improve a little bit, I think. So, but we're getting there. Kids know it.
Great potential can be a burden, Chris.
Absolutely.
Because people start expecting, oh, you got this, this, and this, and you ought to be this, and well, you know, okay.
That's right. Well, they hear from me every day, so absolutely.
And you wrap up the camp at Georgia Southern this week. Kind of take me down now for the rest of the prep.
We got
what you got coming up?
We got a couple things. We got a national select qualifier, 7-on-7, down at Laster High School coming up. If we qualify, if we win that one, or possibly even the final two, qualify to go to Hoover. Again, we'll have to play really well. Be some good teams there. When we get done with that, we'll start practice. We've got a couple days of workouts, and then on July the 25th, we'll get out there and do what GHSA has a mandatory 5-day acclimation period, what they call it, where we'll just get out there and do some drills and have to do it just helmets only for 5 days. And so we'll get out there and start up with that and try to start putting the X's and O's down and work on our scheme and installing. And then August the 1st, we get to strap it on and get after it. So,
listen, Chris, please stay in touch and let us know how you're doing this big national thing, because this is not a new ground for you guys. You've been to that thing before.
Absolutely.
And we'd like you to wish you well down there. Good luck to the Falcons, both there and in the upcoming season.
Absolutely.
All right. Chris Griffin, head coach of the Flowery Branch Falcons. Well, we're back on the track and field after these timeouts. If you've suffered storm damage or just want to upgrade your home, then turn to Rock Solid Construction. Rock Solid specializes in new roofs, room additions, porches, decks, custom interior trim, and even finished basements. Let the experts at Rock Solid Construction improve your home with new trim, new posts for the porch, or maybe even upgrade your deck with synthetic boards. No more rotting or warping. Call 678-300-0702 for your free estimate. That's 678-300-0702. Rock Solid, done right the first time. Your one-stop spot for complete auto repair is the Auto Works shop on Sprout Springs Road. On everything from oil changes to brakes, new and used tires and tune-ups, even the big jobs like transmissions. The specialists at the Auto Works can have you up and running just like that. You talk about value. The Auto Works will not be undersold on used tires or any locally priced repair job. Ask about special discounts for students and teachers with your ID. That's the Auto Works at 6671 Spout Springs Road, just past Flowery Branch High and Spout Springs Elementary Schools. Phone 770-967-1732.
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting. And a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905. Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, insuring your future since 1905.
We're back. I'm Gary Glenn, and this is Hall County Sports. Now, the local Lanier Running Club had a number of athletes at the recent USATF Regional Championships up in Newport News, Virginia, and they also had a number of national qualifiers. Now, at the recent USATF State Championships in Fayetteville, Savannah Carnahan, who's headed for South Forsyth High in the fall, was first in the 3,000 meters, around 11:08, second in the steeplechase, and fifth in the 1,500 meters. And at the regionals, Savannah was second in the 2,000-meter steeplechase for intermediate girls in 8:04, and she was second in the 3,000-meter run for that category at 10:59. And we welcome to the show now Savannah Carnahan. And Savannah, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me. It's going to be a pleasure. I can't wait.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit first of all about the state meet. Now, so far you've been competing kind of on the middle school level and that kind of thing. So now you go up to seeing a bunch of different talent from all over the state of Georgia, and you had a good meet.
Yes, I had a very good meet. I was very pleased with my time. I hadn't been focusing quite as much on track this year, so more cross country, so I was very pleased that I had done as well as I did. And I was so happy that I got the state championship. It's always a pleasure when you win a race and you know you had a great race and it wasn't just by default and you had good competition right behind you. There was a girl from Peachtree City that was racing me the whole way, and it was really, really great experience.
Now, do you run, I'll ask this because I'm ignorant, I don't know, do you run the steeplechase and the 3,000 the same day, or is it?
Well, it depends on the meet. Fortunately, they normally run them on separate days. That would be killer to run them both on the same day. But I ran the steeplechase the night before and then the 3K that morning.
Okay. Well, that's the reason I asked that question, because I knew that would be a tough double on the same day.
Oh, yes.
Which one do you like better? Now, the steeplechase, well, I guess we need to tell folks out that's when you jump over hurdles and stuff. And
Yeah.
water jumps, they got all that in there? Okay.
Yes.
So which one do you like better?
I like the 3,000 better. I've done it more times. I just started doing the steeplechase this year, actually, and regionals was actually my second race ever doing it. So it's a fun race, but I like the 3,000 because, you know, I like the one I know.
And you improved your state time at regionals in the 3,000.
Yes, yeah, I
Well, that's
did.
always a good goal, isn't it?
Yes,
is
definitely.
is this PR now?
No,
Okay.
I
You're
ran
capable of running faster.
I ran a 10:45 last year.
Okay,
So-
all right. So that's still out there then. That's still
Yes,
on the table
yeah.
to be. And that's something you tell me that you've already made up your mind to go to the Nationals.
Oh, yeah.
Which will be coming up next week in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yes, definitely. I've been to USATF Nationals before, and they run a great event. I mean, you get people from all over the nation, and they're very organized, they look after their athletes, and they really make you feel like you're special and you've done something big when you get there. It's a really amazing event.
Now, I need to also tell people while we're doing this that also at the regionals, your teammates, Ryan Sherry, who runs for West Hall High School, was second in the steeplechase in her category at 8:03. Gabrielle Hoffman from North Hall, fifth in the pole vault, intermediate girls at 9:10, pretty good height for her. Whitley Swinton out of Stevens County was first in the high jump for the intermediate girls at 5:05, and third in the long jump at 17:04. Tori Mullinax out of Chestatee, fifth in the 3,000 for young women, 11:48. And Flowery Branch alumnus Austin Eckenroth, now the vault, next up at South Carolina, was second in the pole vault at 15:07, and I know he's gone better than 16 feet, so that's on the table for him as well. Well, Savannah, what's it like being part of a team now? I know you've done a lot of individual running in events.
Yeah.
What's it being part of a team, having people to cheer for and cheer for you?
It's amazing. I was unattached for a very long time, and then I was part of a very small team. So being invited to go on Lanier by Coach West, and then getting to experience the coaching and then the team and camaraderie there with girls my age and people that are at my level and running at my level. It's really great to be able to push yourself with your teammates and at practice, and then be able to warm up with someone, laugh with someone before the race, and talk and everything. So I've really enjoyed the experience and everything that goes with it.
Talk to me now about goals for nationals, and I know track and field is it's like in my sport, weightlifting, it's a very objective sport. You kind of know sort of what you're capable of, and you kind of know a lot of times your competition.
Yes.
So what do you think?
Well, the thing is, you don't really know what you're capable of, you think, but then you get to nationals and you find out you're capable of a little bit more, because you're racing and the adrenaline's flowing, and you're thinking to yourself, they took me out here all the way to nationals, I better get a good time here. So you really want to do well by your coach and your parents and your teammates. So you do kind of know, but as it's a little bit different. But I think I have a fairly good chance in the 3,000 of placing, and I honestly am not sure about the steeplechase. I haven't done it for very long, so I don't know what's fast. I don't know how fast I'm going.
And some of it does depend on the competition, doesn't
Yes,
it?
yeah.
Sometimes you either rise or come down
Yes.
to the level of competition.
Yeah.
Now, you're looking forward then to
Difficult.
being a high school student, being a high school cross country?
Yeah. And again, I get a little bit more of the team, because as much as Lanier's my team, it's more difficult to practice with them because
Sure.
they're not so close to my house. But it'll be good to have coaching every day and teammates, and I've already started practicing with them, so I know some of my teammates, and I've really enjoyed them so far, and my coaches are really good, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, long range goals. I mean, we had Ty McCormick on the show last week, and he's looking at the Olympic Games, and I think he can get there. What about yourself?
Well, I honestly, high school is a big determiner. I
Right.
mean, and so is college. I definitely want to run in college no matter what. And if I get the chance to run professionally, I'd love to. I really love running as a sport, and all the people and the races, and I just love it. So if I could run professionally, I'd absolutely love to. I don't know how well I'm going to do for the next 8 years, but I'm optimistic that I could do pretty well.
Well, I'm going to tell you, a delight to meet you, Savannah
Yeah.
Carnahan, and I want to wish you well at Nationals, and
Thank you.
keep in touch. Let us know how you do.
Thank you.
All right. Now, local youngsters that qualified out of the state meet for the regionals in Virginia out of the group called the Major Impact Group included Sara Hayes and Marquel Woodard of Gainesville and Brandon Thompson from Chestatee. All right, and joining us right now on the show is Sara Hayes, who was second in the heptathlon at regionals, and Marquel Woodard, who was third in the 800 with a 157.02. Marquel, that's a PR.
Yes, sir, it is.
Tell me about it.
Well, actually, it was a very fast race. We went out at a 54 pace, so we really slowed down that last lap. So it was a very hard race. The winner actually ran a 154. So what happened was I died on the last 100, but I'm gonna work on that this week. So.
All right, and now Sara. Now the heptathlon is a grueling thing. Is it like it's a 2-day event, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It's 2 days. 4 events are on the first day and 3 events on the second day. It's the 100-meter hurdles, the shot put, the javelin, the high jump, the long jump, the 200, and the 800.
Now this is something that's not contested at the Georgia High School Association level.
Correct.
So how did you get involved in this? Did somebody look at it and say, wow, Sara, you might be pretty good at this?
Yes, actually, when I was going to be a freshman in high school, I was in the age division where it's the pentathlon, so it's just 5 events. And since I had jumping and 800 background, they said that it would be a good thing for me to do. My coach just was really interested in it, and then I had some success in it, and I just really got into it. It was just a really fun thing. It's my favorite thing I do.
I'll bet it is. It sounds like it might be fun, particularly if you're good at it. But let me ask both of you this, guys, Marquel and Sara. What's it like to be representing the state of Georgia at something like the regional and now get a chance to go into a national meet? That's pretty cool.
It's an honor. I'm grateful to God that He's given me this ability. This chance, really. And I'm just happy to represent Gainesville in the state of Georgia at the national levels.
Now, we got you on the podium over at Georgia Olympics.
Yes, sir.
Now, does this kind of competition that you face in the USATF, does this enhance that and get you ready for even better competition?
Well, you'll find even better people in Junior Olympics because these are the people that are good enough to participate in high school track, but they want to carry this on into college. Most of them do, so that's the reason you would do Junior Olympics. So these kids are actually really good.
Sara, being up at the Nationals now, representing the state of Georgia, that's, again, way cool.
It's a great honor. I'm just really thankful to my coaches for giving me this opportunity, and my parents, of course, for getting me there, and just so thankful to everyone that helped.
Now, a lot of people would wonder why you guys are not with the local Lanier Running Club, and Sara and I talked a little bit about that before we turned it on. And said it's just a matter of coaching. It's kind of where you feel like you need to be and get the most benefit.
Yes, sir. I think that Lanier Running Club is more of a cross-country type running club, and Major Impact is more geared towards track and field and getting you to where you are speed-wise and also distance-wise.
What does it take? How many places do they award at Nationals? What does it take to get on the podium?
It's 8.
Is it 8? It's just like in high school. Okay. So that a reasonable goal, I think, for both of you?
Oh yes, that's my only goal is top 8. Top 8 would be like winning. So just to get top 8 is just a great honor.
And both of you are pretty young. What are you going to be in school next year at Gainesville?
We're both going to be a junior.
Both be juniors. So looking forward to that. Now you're going to run cross country, right?
Yes, we both are.
Are you? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now that's going to help you in the 800, you think?
I think it will. I've ran it the past 2 years, but my breakthrough season was this year in track, so hopefully I'll have a really good season.
All right. Some goals in the future? Both of you want to run at the next level or compete at the next level, don't you?
Most definitely. Most definitely want to run in college, and who knows, hopefully maybe make it to the Olympics. You never know.
Well, we had Ty McCormick on last week, and
yes.
He's a local boy that's doing pretty well.
Yeah, he may make it all the way.
All right. Well, have a good time up in Nationals, and maybe come back with some more of that hardware I see hanging around your necks. Now, you both have been very, very successful in this, haven't you? And it's been a good time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's good experience.
Yes, sir.
From racing to martial arts, that story when Hall County Sports continues. This program is also brought to you by Long Street Cafe, now with 2 locations in Gainesville, 1043 Riverside Terrace and 405 Pearl Nicks Parkway. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Monday through Saturday. Long Street's got the reputation for Gainesville's fastest drive-through and the best fried chicken you'll ever sink your teeth into. Plus veggies, a full salad bar, and great desserts. Check today's menu at www.longstreetcafe.com. Call a friend and meet them for a hearty meal at Long Street Cafe, where they put the home in the cooking. Gary Glenn back on the set of Hall County Sports TV. Rob Bruce, pastor of you. Play 2.
Flim.
Something's still in the air. In 3, 2, 1. Gary Glenn back on the set of Hall County Sports Television, talking with Rob Bruce, the pastor at McKelvey Road United Methodist Church, one of our sponsors of HCS TV. And Rob began a series on the book of James, something that maybe people have some misunderstanding about.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, the book of James, if you know who Martin Luther is, decided that it shouldn't even be in the Bible and tried to take it out, but it is now, and I think if you come by and listen to these next 2 sermon series, you might hear something you've never heard before about the book.
All right, going to continue this through the month of July.
All the month of July, that's correct, Gary.
All right, Rob Bruce, pastor at McKelvey Road United Methodist Church. Rob, see you in church on Sunday.
See you, Gary.
Hall County Sports is brought to you in part by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Check out the latest deals. And remember, when you go Green Ford. By Mountain View Auto Repair, a full-service shop for all of your automotive needs. Call Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair at 770-535-7278. And by McKelvey Road United Methodist Church. Visit us on McKelvey Road in Oakwood with 3 worship services every Sunday morning, Kids Town and adult small groups. McKelvey Road United Methodist Church is dedicated to transforming the world through the good news of Jesus Christ. We're back. I'm Gary Glenn. This is Hall County Sports. A great big congratulations to the local team from Edge Martial Arts. Now, we have had world champions on this show before, and we're going to have another one. The Edge Martial Arts team recently won the World American Taekwondo Championship in Little Rock, Arkansas for the Forms Championship. And it's sort of America's Got Talent style. The fans there and on pay-per-view voted on whom they thought had the best choreography for the group aged 8 through 22. Now, this was a big deal.
We are here in Oakwood, just outside of Edge Martial Arts, and we're just about to go inside and talk to some of the members of the team that won that World Championship. We're going to talk to the team captain and instructor, Ciel Solwazi, as well as some of the members of his team, Lucas McBride, Kyle Jones, Will Cornett, and the owner of Edge Martial Arts, Bart Edge.
It is obviously a little bit nerve-wracking because there is that little part that you don't have a whole lot of control of. But as I teach all the students here at this karate school, as long as they take care of their business and they do what they're supposed to do, they work hard and practice, things will happen their way. So I was obviously a little nervous, but the kids, they work hard and we trained hard all the time for sure. So there was a lot of confidence there too also.
Well, that's kind of what this sport's a lot about, confidence.
Yes, sir. Definitely. One thing that's very important is obviously when the students are performing is the fact that they show as if they know what they're doing. Bringing with that confidence will also let everybody else know that they are awesome. If they believe they're awesome, everybody else will believe they're awesome, and it's just that simple. So if they do everything with a lot of confidence and yelling loud and punching hard and things like that, then everybody else will be like, wow, they'll be amazed and they'll get the best score possible. So,
what's the toughest thing about this, Coach?
The toughest thing about this will probably be getting everybody on the same page because everybody's at different levels when we first started off together. Some people were, already world champs, and then some people, this is their first time competing. So obviously that was getting everybody to be on a same level playing field and to making it look as if everybody was already a world champ, let's put it that way. That was probably the most difficult thing, and getting everybody to practice at the same time.
So, what's your chances of making it back? You set the bar pretty high.
We did. First time competing, won at nationals, go to the World Championships, compete against a team that's been winning for the last 2 years, and then win there. So hopefully we can do it again. I believe we can. They're willing to work hard again, and obviously I'm willing to back up anybody who's willing to put in that hard work and effort. So I think from here it only gets better because they're getting better, they're training harder. So next year is going to be even better.
I know it was a big part of the team, not really an individual sport, but did you get a little nervous up there?
Yes, sir. It gets pretty nervous because it was pretty much everyone's first time being on that stage and knowing that millions of people were watching on the internet and lots of people were there watching
So
live.
how do you overcome that? How do you get rid of the butterflies?
Just kind of stay confident and think that you can, and just know. And we performed in front of crowds before, so just think it's no different than it was any of the other times.
What do you like most about the sport of karate?
Probably getting to learn a lot of different moves, competing for different titles, and just learning a lot of new things.
How'd you get started?
I started, my friend had invited me to a karate class when I was 6 years old, and I had been training ever since.
How old are you now?
12 years old.
All right, what do you hope to do with this? Where are you going from here?
I hope to probably own my own school, be a world champion, and just keep on going from there.
Kyle Jones. Kyle, tell me how you got started in this business.
I kind of started by at a pre-K, and I kind of worked myself up because I needed to learn how to do it, and I've been doing it ever since for a long time now.
So how old are you now?
I'm 11 years old now.
Oh yeah, well I guess you're a veteran of this thing, huh? How was it at the Worlds? Were you nervous?
Everyone was nervous, and I was nervous too.
And what did you do? How did your coach and your captain calm you down? What did he tell you?
He told me to just be confident and just think about faces.
It's kind of cool to be world champions, isn't it?
It is.
How old are you, Lucas?
I'm 12 years old.
And how long have you been doing karate?
Since I was 5.
Since you were 5. So this is something, you guys are all black belts here. And what got you into competitive karate?
Competitive. I watched as many of others in our school, they were winning, competing, getting state champ, world champ, things like that. And I thought they were role models to me, making sense. I was like watching them the whole time. I'm thinking, why can't I do this? So I thought I could step up, make all of it happen, and well, it did.
And now you're in the finals and you're watching all these people and they're out there looking at you and you're getting judged by them. So how do you get that inner calm? How do you get the confidence to go out and do what you need to do, knowing that, you know, a mistake could cost the whole team things?
Well, you just have to be confident. You know, you have to know, say to yourself over and over, I know I can do this. There's no that I can't do this. That's negative attitude. Positive attitude will get you to succeed.
So, you ready to go back and give this another shot?
Oh, yes, I am.
Way cool to have a world championship team in your dojo, huh?
It's fantastic. I mean, these guys have been working so hard. Mr. Solwazi's been training them, preparing them. We thank their parents for taking the time and sacrifice to get them up here. And all that hard work has paid off for them. And it's really motivated the whole school. We have other students who are now ready to try out for the team. And it's really been a boost to the whole camaraderie for the school.
And a lot of people think about karate as getting into violence and beating people up and things like this. But, you know, the kids are talking to me about confidence and positive attitude and that sort of stuff. That's sort of what you're all about here, isn't it?
Exactly. Kids already know how to kick and punch. They learned that from TV. And so what we want to do is show them how to control themselves. And martial arts is all about life skills. It's not about just kicking and punching. We teach kids how to have confidence, to help them with bullying at school, to help them learn how to face different things they come into every day. Things at school can be very intimidating, and then later in life, different things they have to do at their jobs or work. They have to meet those and face those. So working on life skills like confidence, discipline, focus, they get better grades because of the focus that they learn in martial arts. So it's about the complete personal development of each student.
And we wish them well, Edge Martial Arts and their future endeavors. That's our show for this week. I'm Gary Glenn. Join us next week right here for more All County Sports.